Good afternoon. I'm Danni Eickenhorst. I'm with Hibbs Homes. I'm a director of sales and marketing, and we're trying to come to you guys periodically with information on the home building process. And today I wanted to touch base on ways to simplify your home plan and save. One of our most important jobs as your home builder is to really ensure that we are building the home that you want within the budget that you've told us. We don't try to drive our customers' budget up or down, but we're trying to really check all the boxes in terms of needs, wants, and wishes and temper those against the budget to try and make as much of that as possible work. If you are considering building a custom home and you're in that inspiration phase doing your research and trying to figure out what kind of a home you can build, there are some elements that you can look for or consider when you're maybe looking at inspiration floor plans that will help you save a little bit of budget when it comes to your build. One of those is to consider building up, not out. A ranch home is always going to be more expensive to build than a 1.5 story home or a 2-story home. The further out that the footprint of that home goes, the larger your foundation, your roof line, things like that. So if you can build up with some of your square footage, or perhaps even finish out the basement for some of the square footage, but find a way to shrink that footprint a little bit, you're gonna find some savings. Another thing to look at when you're considering the floor plan is where you place your garage. A lot of floor plans that you would find online now maybe have the garage off to the side of the footprint of the home. That's going to drive your costs up a little bit. If there is a way to incorporate the garage design into the main footprint of your home, that is going to likely save you some money during the construction process. When you look at a floor plan online and you're trying to consider whether or not you can afford to build that particular floor plan, take a look at the aerial view of that floor plan. See how square the walls are. If there are a lot of ins and outs, dips and curves, that's going to be a complicated and expensive floor plan to build. You want to look for a floor plan if you have a limited budget or you're going to be limited by budget. Look for a floor plan that's just a little bit more squared up. Instead of having 15 or 16 different planes on the exterior of your floor plan, look for something that's closer to a rectangle or a square when you look at it from the aerial viewpoint. Something else to consider when you have a limited budget, as we all do, and you're trying to build a custom home, is prioritizing your budget. What areas of the home are going to be most important to you? Do you do a lot of entertaining? Consider really finishing out and putting your budget toward the kitchen and the great room of your home, and maybe save some of those more inexpensive finishes for the upstairs where the kids are going to be, or putting carpet upstairs, more basic doors, things like that. Think about where you want to prioritize the expenditure of your budget. Another area to consider is your roof line. When you look at a floor plan that you really like online, if you see a lot of gables, a lot of different roof heights, roof directions, or really steep pitches, that's going to impact your budget. So consider looking for a home that has a relatively simple roof line. So just to sort of recap, we're going to look at building up, not out. The ranch floor plan is always going to be a little more expensive to build. Look at putting our garage within the footprint of your home as opposed to off and out to the side. Square up the exterior walls of your home and make it as rectangular or square as possible. Try and prioritize where you're putting your budget into the most important areas of your home and try and simplify that roof line. If you have a floor plan that you really like and you want to know if you can afford to build that home within your budget, reach out to us. You can visit hibbshomes.com. You can email me directly, Danni, D-A-N-N-I, at hibbshomes.com, or give us a call, 314-392-9631. Thanks, guys.